This is problem number 33 from the June 2015 Algebra Regents exam. So we've got two system of equations, and it says that Albert thinks that both have the same solutions. And we need to figure out whether or not he's correct. So, long story short, we need to solve both of these systems of equations and see if they are indeed both the same. Let's take a look at the first system. I think it might be the easiest method to solve this one would be to use elimination. The problem, though, is that we don't have the same number of x's or the same number of y's, but we could use multiplication to make them the same. What I'm going to do is take this first system, and what I'm doing is I'm thinking of the lowest common multiple between 8 and 12, and that would be 24, because 8 times 3 is 24 and 12 times 2 is 24. That means I'm going to multiply everything in this second equation by 2 to get to 24x, and then the top one will multiply everything by 3 to get 24x. So let's write down over here what this will become. We'll have 24x, and then 9y times 3 would be 27y, and that equals 48 times 3, that's 144. Now for the second one, we'll have 24x plus 10y, that's 5 times 2, and 21 times 2 is 42. Great, now that we have both the same number of x's, we can kind of subtract this to make those x's cancel out, and then we'll be left with 27 minus 10, that's 17y, equals 102. And then finally, we will just divide both of these numbers by 17, canceling that out, and we'll get y is equal to 6. Now to figure out the x value, I can take, maybe let's take the original equation, and we're going to, I'll write it up here, so we're going to replace the y with 6, because we just figured that's what it's equal to. Okay? So 9 times 6 is 54, and then we're going to take away 54 from both sides, canceling that out, and we'd get 8x is equal to 48 minus 54, that's negative 6, and then finally we would divide by 8 to get that x is equal to negative 6 over 8, or negative 0.75. So here's our x value of the system of equations and our y value. Now, let's compare that to the second system. This one's actually going to be quite a bit faster because we can use substitution. Because of this equation, we can isolate y pretty quickly just by dividing both sides by negative 8.5. So y is going to equal negative 51 over negative 8.5. And that gives us an answer, a value of 6, so y is equal to 6. So we can see it so far, these are the same. Now to find out our, well actually, if you take a look at this first equation, it's exactly the same as from the first system. So if we were to go through the same process, we did 8x plus 9 times 6 equals 48, we would get the same x value. We just figured that out. It would be negative 0.75. So that was a bit of a good time saver, but we can see that we do get the same solution for both systems. So you would say yes, we agree with Albert. And that would be because both systems have the same solution, x equals negative 0.75 and y equals 6. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for visiting JD's Regents Preparation.